What's up, y'all? It's your girl Mo, and we are back for another segment on the Let's Talk Some Mo podcast. This time it is interviewing small businesses in Lancaster County. So for our first interview, her name is Shamill Tucker. The name of her business is Above and Beyond Health Home Care, and we're just gonna go get into it and let's see what she got popping. I first want to say thank you for letting me interview you today. Outside, I did do a little synopsis of who you are and your business, but can you just go ahead and formally introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Shamill Tucker, and I'm the owner of Above and Beyond Home Healthcare, and we're located at 1315 Camp Drive, Lancaster, South Carolina, 29720.
Okay, so I know that you do a lot in the community, within your family. You know, take on the role of many things and opportunities. So what actually, I guess, landed you for home health care? Because I know it's a lot that comes with that, but I want to know, what was your drive or your passion behind starting your business?
Sure. So like, I tried other businesses in the past, and the thing that took me to this one was I was with Wells Fargo for 9.5 years, and I had an opportunity to do a after school program, but where I was actually located at, it wasn't zoned properly for you know, that to do after school program. So with that, I had to end up, you know, getting back into the working field shortly thereafter, you know, finding that out, but also utilizing that space. But what I ended up doing is I got a, you know, side job, and I started working with this company, and they actually was a home health care company, and our in-home care company. And with them, they actually, I had one client, and he was like 90 something. And like, he was a little stubborn with his family, but when I come in, you know, I came in and sat with him like a few hours, and when I was there, like, he would actually, you know, get up, do what he's supposed to do, you know, even getting up to walk. So that is what really drove me to doing that, because I wanted to do something I'm really passionate about.
Right.
One, I'm really passionate about, you know, people in general. I do care a lot about people, and also helping people.
Yes.
So I knew that those two together would actually, you know, help me with what I wanted to do with being an entrepreneur. So in-home care is, you know, that's what drove me to wanting to open a business with in-home care. Okay,
so let's piggyback just a little bit, because I know you had an establishment before this for another business, which was with the kids and things like that. As a business owner, when you face things like that where it doesn't work out with the zone and thing, is it easy to get discouraged, to say, you know what, like, I'm tired of this, I want to quit? Or like, how do you stay motivated through those times?
I will tell you, I definitely was getting to that point, but because, like, my faith is like real big, so I do pray a lot. However, with that, I just had to keep, like, I knew that I had to do something. So even with that, I still utilized the place. And I was like, okay, well, maybe God is trying to tell me this is not the time, or this is not what you need to be doing at this point in time in your life. Because I did have some other things going on as well. Right. So, you know, I just took it, you know, and I like I said, I've tried many different things. But with that, everything that I've been through and have tried, I don't use it as like failures. You know, I use it as opportunity for growth. And also just learning, you know, it's things that I've learned throughout the whole process of me going through this. So all of those have gotten me to this point where I am now. And when I tell you, like, everything that I went through, it was helpful for my next juncture.
So as a business owner, what advice would you give to me or any upcoming entrepreneur who has a business, say it's just getting started off? Like, when is the right time to actually announce that to the world? Because I know a lot of times when we announce things that may not be set in stone, and then when it doesn't work out, you know, you have those people that always, oh, what happened, or, you know, this and that. So what advice would you give as to when is a good time to say, hey, this is what I'm doing? You know, like, when is that, what's a good time for that?
I would say, and this is me personally, I wouldn't tell anyone what your visions are.
Okay.
I wouldn't tell anyone. you have to, know for yourself, like, once you have gotten everything in place, you got your LLC, I mean, you don't research everything that you need to research, all of that, that's when personally I would introduce it to the world or whatever. But I wouldn't be, as soon as you get a vision or a thought, you run it off telling your friends or your family, because everyone doesn't have good intentions for you and don't want to see you succeed in life. So with that being said, I wouldn't, straight up tell anyone, until you know that you have everything already established, and hey, now you can open it up to the world.
Okay, so let's get back to Above and Beyond Home Healthcare. How long have you officially and legally been in business?
Officially, as of May 25th, it's been a year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, because with the pandemic and everything that's going on, it's really hard for people to actually keep an establishment seriously. And some people hop here to there. So for you to even be able to budget that alone speaks volume, and that you really care, about your business and that you're serious. So can you just kind of walk us through the daily routine of what to expect or how Above and Beyond Home Healthcare works?
Yes, so basically, like for me daily, I do my personal daily routine, and then when I get into the office, I just write my list out of everything that I need to do. And I did have an administrative assistant, but I'm actually going to be looking for one soon.
Okay.
Because I'm about to do some marketing and hire more people, because there's a lot of need for aides in this particular field. But yes, so my daily routine is like writing out everything I have to do. I do everything right now myself. So from accounting to payroll to everything. So I do that. I do a weekly assessment on all my employees, and I have to, look at my client information as well. So it's just daily, just going through the motions of, making sure the administrative stuff is done, from making sure that all my employees have what they need. And if they, need anything, they reach out to me. And sometimes I have to send them extra things or, meet them. So basically it's just, just writing out my daily routine and just checking it off.
Okay. So it's safe to say that with any business, it's good to have an organization.
Absolutely.
And a list or a check off or something.
I think that's like key.
Okay.
That's key. And you have to be consistent with it. Because I would tell you, like one time I was getting overwhelmed. But when I say that, if you stay consistent, then you won't get overwhelmed. If you stay with a daily routine and you be consistent, then it won't be so overwhelming. With your day, plus including your daily life, it wouldn't be so overwhelming.
So I'm Monica. I never, assisted with older folks or whatever. Would I be able to get employment at your establishment, and what are you looking for when you pick your employees?
You can. So we do have a requirement that you do have to have. You can have a high school diploma or GED. You also have to be, have to read and be able to read and write, of course. And also, I am gonna say, I don't just have the elderly. So in home health care, it could be any, or in home care, it could be any age. Because I have children who are getting service, and I have disability and special needs also. So again, it's not just elderly, and it could be, any one of us, if we needed assistance, let's say if we got hurt and you need someone to come into your home. So at that point in time, then, I will see if I have an aide available and they can come assist.
Okay, is there any training that you kind of do with them, onboarding training that kind of let them know how it flows? So
that's whenever you do, come to fill out an application, I do give just an overview of what it is, and then I see if it's, if you would be the fit for Above and Beyond, because with the name Above and Beyond, I definitely want my employees to go above and beyond with the service that we are providing, because like, again, I am passionate about what I do and what the name backing my business. So I want to make sure that we're providing that service.
Okay, so on the flip side, what if I was someone who has been hurt that needs a service? Is there a certain protocol or application process for a client?
So yes, so the clients that I accept, you either you can come through if you have Medicaid, then basically they'll have a case manager, and then with that case manager, they'll provide them a list of agencies to search from, and then from there they would pick above and beyond home health care, or any, they have up to 5 or 6 that they can pick, and then from there they'll be able to select whichever one. But if they pick us, then basically once they do, they pick, and then we'll be able to reach out to them. I have to have a nurse to go out to do an assessment.
Okay.
And it's just like ongoing, and with the client. And then so again, if they have a grant, I accept grants, Medicaid, and private pay.
Oh, so that's really good, because I know some organizations is like Medicaid only, or private insurance only, but I never really heard of actually accepting grants. So I think that's great, and that's different from the competitors out here.
Oh, absolutely. And there are agencies within the local area that give grants to the clients or participants.
Wow.
And it can range from different amounts, and then if they do, you deal with them directly instead of like through Medicaid.
Okay. So being that there are other organizations in Lancaster County that are similar to what you do, what is it about Above and Beyond that sticks out? Like, what is it about your organization that makes you different from the rest?
I would say for me personally, I can't speak for anyone else, but I know for my organization or our business, I choose people that I feel would be a great fit for the participants. And with that, if you know that you have someone that doesn't like to work or doesn't like to talk to people, and I have a client that loves to talk, I'm not about to put just anyone with someone who likes to talk, and then the aide doesn't like to talk, because then that's going to cause a problem.
Right.
So I make sure that I carefully interview everyone, and make sure, because some people can pass an interview without being genuine because they want a paycheck. So no. So I definitely make sure that I'm seeing what your qualities are, and then from there, that's when I'll select and make sure that you're a great fit for the participant, and we'll go from there.
So it's safe to say that you actually do engage.
Absolutely.
It's not just I hire you when you go out. You actually take the time to know your client and your aide.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure, again, as the name is Above and Beyond, and I know everything is not perfect, but I want to make sure that is the service. And when I reach out to the clients, if I reach out to them to see how things are going, if there's some issues, and then I speak with the aide, and if it's just not a fit, then I'll make sure that I get someone else who can be a better suit, and then again, just keep the name as it is, because Above and Beyond, we want to provide that particular service.
And that's what I wanted to ask you, because I know sometimes in a field like that, you can have a client who has a nasty attitude, and then the aide becomes disrespectful. But how do you deal with those situations, or have you ever had that situation? For one, how do you deal with it? And I guess, what is your definition of good customer service? Because today with some of these businesses, it's like they will cuss you back out, like so how do you accommodate your client, and how do you handle those situations?
So for one thing, I do make sure that I reach out to my aides and make sure that they're okay with the participant or clients, or haven't had any issues. And actually I had 2 incidents where one, it was sometimes when you're older and you are set in your ways, you just don't want to hear anything from anyone or accept any assistance. So basically, they will call me every day, and I'm like, look, we can't do this every day, but I want to make sure that both parties are being treated fairly, because it doesn't make sense. And like at first it turned out to be good, but I think it was just more so the client or the participant just didn't want to do what she was supposed to be doing, like taking her medicine and stuff. So when it came to that, I had to talk with her and let her know, like, hey, okay, so let me say this too. A lot of time with this type of field, I see that a lot of people have a whole lot of clients, and but the service is not as good. I don't want to just have a whole lot of clients or participants and my service is not good. I want to make sure I'd rather have 10 and make sure that everyone is being taken care of and not having any issues.
So quality over quantity.
Exactly. That's for me personally.
Okay.
I mean, when I do expand and get a whole lot of, aides who can provide that quality, I'm fine. But no, I don't want to jeopardize that quality over quantity. But as far as with that, going back to what I would do, I would, basically just assess the situation and speak with them. And then if it doesn't fit, then I'll just, make sure I have a backup plan. You have to have a backup plan in this business.
Okay.
You do have to have a backup plan. So if that doesn't work, then we'll try another fit and go from there. And then if not, then sometimes, if they're just not able to work with you, then sometimes you just have to relieve them.
Okay. So let's get more into the legal side. For someone who is planning to start a home healthcare business like yours, what is the protocol, or what steps do they need to take as far as looking good on paper?
So,
like, I know you need your LLC, your EIN, but is there certain requirements that you have to meet? Like, I see you have file cabinets with locks, just little things to pass accreditation. Yes. What exactly is needed?
It took me because of the pandemic, I started in 2020, so it took me like a year to basically do everything, because you got to go through the DHEC side first. And so once you pass, DHEC give you your license. So once you pass that, then once you have your license, then you can go through the Medicaid process, and then the Medicaid process is a step 2.
Wow.
So then then you will be able to, once they send you your like everything has been completed, then you'll be able to like fully operate. But I mean, you do have to complete an application. They want to make sure that you have your nurse, and your nurse has her license, and she has a requirement to have a resume or application completed. The nurse has to have trainings, and you have to submit that. The owner has to take certain trainings, and you have to have your resume and like just a whole checklist. And I was just checking things off. But yeah, it was a process too. So I would just say, just make sure you do your research with any business that you do. Make sure you do the research, because if you're going in, I'm gonna start this business, and don't do your research, it's gonna take a lot longer than you would expect. So just do your research, whether you need to speak with someone else that that's in the business. And I know with our culture, and sometimes with people, just people in general, they don't want to provide you any information.
Yes.
So it's hard. It makes it harder, like especially if you know someone who has the same ability to get the information or know the information. It's kind of hard for it's taking you longer, but if they knew it and was willing to help you, then that would be better. So I would just say, just do your research, and and make sure that you have all your T's crossed, I's dotted, and because I know that if you don't have everything that is required, then they can shut you down for weeks or however long they want to. And they do audit as well. So both DHEC and Medicaid do audit, and they do pop-up visits.
Wow.
But Medicaid do a like audit like before you start as well.
Okay.
But thereafter they could just pop up at any time. So you have to make sure you have a locked file cabinet, and that is with the clients and participant information as well as your employees information. Like I have what do you call it? Escape. You have to have an evacuation plan.
I see that.
Yeah, you have to also have the state board, South Carolina federal labor laws, and all of that. Yeah. So and your license, DHEC license, have to be displayed as well.
So I do want to ask, what is next, or what can we expect from Above and Beyond Home Healthcare?
You can expect to for Home and Above and Beyond Home Healthcare to grow and add more employees and clients, and also do more in the community as well. So but that's to be on the lookout.
Well, I just want to say that of course they don't know, but they about to know now, that you are also my big sister.
Yes.
And I just want to let you know that I'm proud of you. It's good to have someone that you can actually look up and see who's been through struggles and obstacles and not give up. And I'm really proud of what you're doing. I wish you so much success to come. I know it's coming. And I'm happy, and I'm honored to interview you today.
Thank you.
And just from a woman perspective, you know, I'm just so big on, you know, woman empowerment and just us as Black business owners. So I love it here, and I wish you the best.
Thank you.
I want to thank you for this interview. It has been great. Until next time, let's talk some more.
Monica, I would also like to thank you for interviewing me in this opportunity, because I know what you have been doing. And I think this is just great to promote, you know, women businesses, period. So I think this is a good thing that you're doing, and thank you. And also, I would like to, you're welcome, I'm sorry. And Grand Motion Visuals, I would say that I'm so proud of Gerard. Like, I mean, I know him from when he was younger, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm so proud of him. Like, he is. He's like so professional. Like, I mean, it looked like it could be on TV. Like, I'm so proud of him with doing your videos and stuff. I mean, yeah, he's top notch too. So I definitely promote him.
Thank you. Until next time, let's talk some more.